Well, on a trip to Japan, three friends were roaming around in a deserted rural town. They happened to pass by a park and decided to go inside as they were all tired. They thought of taking some rest inside, but the moment they reached the gate, they found a no entry sign outside the gate. But the town is anyway deserted, so there was no one to even stop them. So they ignored the sign and went inside. As they started walking through the trees, they reached the center of the park after some time, and there was a beautiful green lawn. They thought they'll rest there. Two of them slept there while one thought of exploring the park a bit more. After walking for some time, he reached a building which was having a weaponry resembling a satellite dish on top of the building. And that was not the only building there, but 6 buildings in a row of the similar structure and setup. He found it really strange, but he thought maybe they might have installed them for some reason. And anyway, what he has to do with it. He then sat on the ground and dozed off in some time as he was too tired. All of a sudden, he heard a massive sound and felt like the ground is shaking. He woke up and looked around, and far from a distance, he noticed something gigantic is walking towards him. It was a monster. He also heard sounds of gunfire, land vehicle movement, and orders shouting in Japanese. But he could not see any of this. He was so confused. He can only see the monster coming towards him. He was scared to death, and before he could move a muscle, the giant already reached near him. He froze right there. He thought he's going to die and closed his eyes. But nothing happened. When he opened his eyes, he saw all those satellite dishes started pointing towards the monster and emitting a high beam of electricity to destroy it. The monster is screaming in pain. Somehow he ran and hid behind a tree to see what's happening. The monster then started destroying those satellites, but it could just smash one satellite, and the electricity just kept emitting from the rest of those satellite dishes pointing towards it. The monster then eventually gave up and tried to flee from there, but the electricity destroyed it, and it started to disappear and finally vanished in thin air. He couldn't believe his eyes with what just happened, and he passed out on the ground, and everything went to normal as it was. After his friends found him on the ground, they woke him up. He was so scared and tried to recall what happened. He looked around, but there was nothing. All gone as if he was dreaming. What just happened is a Tsuburaya event, starts every 7 days, with a single SCP-2954-2. The monster beginning to destroy its surroundings. It's 50 to 60 meters tall, a smooth blue-gray dorsal coloration, and a red pleated armored underbelly. It also features prominent spined fins. And SCP-2954-1A refers to those 6 large pieces of satellite dishes, gets activated and discharges electricity to destroy SCP-2954-2. In this event, SCP-2954-2 tries to destroy at least one SCP-2954-1A, and with the combined assault from SCP-2954-1A and B, always results in its death. SCP-2954-2 will collapse, then gradually grow transparent before disappearing completely. Once SCP-2954-2 disappears, everything goes back to normal. While exploring the area of Tsuburaya events, SCP Foundation personnel discovered an abandoned building near those satellites where they found movie posters, film reels, and various documents. Posters depict a creature similar to SCP 2954-2. The title of the poster reads, Fukairu's Assault. So, was all this just a VFF effects? Or are they really happening?